Enjoy the ride with Crystal Petrie Consulting. So inspired.
Hello, my name is Crystal Petrie, and you are watching the Crystal Petrie Consulting Network. Today we are going to talk about one of my favorite shows that's unfortunately coming to an end. This Is Us. We are going to talk about Season 6, Episode 8, entitled The Guitar Man. Before I get into this review, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you will know every single time I put up a new review for This Is Us. Now, let's get to it. This Is Us was all about the unknowns and figuring out who you are and where you are in your life. And the show was primarily about Kevin, and Kevin trying to figure out who he is and who he's supposed to be and where he's supposed to be. And it starts out showing a young Kevin wanting to dive off the diving board into the deep end as a child. But he didn't know how to swim, so of course his parents didn't let him do that. But throughout Kevin's life, he's always wanted to be in the deep end. And a lot of times, people that are in the deep end don't want to be in the deep end. And as we live at different points in our life, we want to be in the deep end, we want to be in the shallow end, or we need to be in the deep end, or we need to be in the shallow end, but it's up to us to figure out when we need to be in the deep end and when we need to be in the shallow end. So Kevin's life has always been trying to figure out the deep end versus the shallow end, where he's supposed to be, what he's supposed to do, and when he gets there, how is he supposed to do it? And really, that's not just Kevin. It's all of us. We are all trying to figure out, where are we supposed to be? Who are we supposed to be? And when we get there, how are we supposed to be? But Uncle Nicky had it spot on. During the episode, I'm sure we all figured out that Cassie was trying to kill herself in that car. And Uncle Nicky said, he said it perfectly, don't try to help, just be. Don't try and say a witty barb or the right things, just be. Just be a presence. Just be in the space with them. Just be in the room with them. You don't have to try and figure out what to say or the perfect card to get or the perfect flowers to get. Just be. And it's something that Kanye West said in one of his songs. Instead of buying presents, be the present. Be present in the moment. And Uncle Nicky said it perfectly. But I was able to tell, as I'm sure you were, that something was going on with Cassie at dinner and while building the cabin. She didn't have to say anything. It was written all over her face. You could absolutely tell that something was going on with her. The divorce she's going through, the child she's raising, coming back from a war, all of that weighs deeply and heavily on a person. And that's exactly what Cassie was dealing with, and probably for the most part dealing with by herself. But when we are all in a space, all we have is friends and family. All we want is friends and family. And all we need is friends and family. And that's exactly what Cassie needed in that moment. And that's exactly what Kevin was to her. He was a presence. He was a listening ear. He was there. And that's all she needed. That's all she wanted. To know that she is not by herself in dealing with all of the things that she's dealing with. And one of the reasons that I am going to miss This Is Us is because they managed to talk about real life issues that we all are dealing with or have dealt with in our life without actually saying a thing. They show the feeling, they show the emotion, and then they let the audience come to the conclusion. That is great writing. And one of the many reasons I am going to miss This Is Us when it finally says goodbye. And as I say goodbye, don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you will know every single time I upload a new video. Also, jump in the comments. Join the conversation. Let me know what you thought about this episode entitled The Guitar Man.
Back, buckle up, enjoy the ride with Crystal Petrie. Consulted, so